Hey, welcome back to our new home. Let's go check out the dining room. Welcome to our formal dining room. You might think it's weird because formal dining rooms are a thing of the past. Not many people put a space like this in their home. So why did I do it? Well, the reason why we pretty much built this whole house, we entertain all the time. I host all of the family gatherings, all of the holiday parties, all the things. And so I needed a space for more people to sit down and have dinner. And if you saw our kitchen reveal, you saw that I don't have a kitchen table. We sit at the island to eat our dinner. And so this is kind of where we sit when we're hosting. All right, the aesthetic of this room. It's pretty different from what you normally see in a house with white walls and all the things. When I was designing the space, I started to think about what we're using it for. It's not an everyday space. We're in here only when we're hosting, entertaining, holidays, and all of that. So the feeling I wanted people to have when they sit in the dining room is like this sexy, cool, cozy space, almost like you feel like you're at a restaurant, you feel like you're transformed from a kitchen, from a typical dining table into this really, really sexy space. And I think I accomplished that with the wall color, as you can see. So it's dark. We went with Sherwin-Williams iron ore, and I think the best decision I made was also painting the trim. At first, the trim was just white, but it kind of made it feel a little too classic. I really wanted to go for that sexy, cool feeling. And the way to do that is to paint all the trim the same color. I'm obsessed. Okay, let's just kick this off with the elephant in the room, the showpiece of this entire space, my wine rack. And if you've been following me on Instagram for a while, you know this was like one of my number one wants for this house, and we made it happen. This rack is custom from an online retailer called Millésime. It's a French word for vintage, and so it's Millésime vintage wine racks. And if you go to their website, it's really, really cool. You can customize all the different features. I did a 1 bottle depth, but you can do 2, 3. You can have it attached to the ceiling or to the wall if that's better for your space. This rack in particular fits about 128 bottles of wine. I will probably never fill the whole thing, but I kind of like it pieced into different spaces so it doesn't look so dramatic. But you can also customize the bars that the wines sit on. These can be acrylic, clear. I did black. You can customize the end cap of each bar. You can have it be acrylic, different shades of wood. I just went with a walnut stain because it matches my dining table. But this is the true showpiece of this room. I thought I might enclose this in glass, but it looks even better without it. It doesn't block your view or anything like that. And this is exactly the thing that everyone comments on when they walk in my front door, because it's almost like art for the space. And that's what I love about it. One thing that I did do when designing this house is put little puck lights at the very top of each row of wine. So it almost has like a little light shining directly on it, and it just gives it another cool feature. So like during the day or at night when we're not using this space, I turn all the lights off in the room, but I keep the puck lights on, so it's like shining down on my piece of art that I love so much. Furniture is obviously a very important piece to a dining room. It's the main pieces in the entire room. Everything we have here is from Selden's. You can actually go to seldens.com and find all of these pieces. They also happen to all be from the same brand, Four Hands, which is pretty much the brand of every piece of furniture in my whole house because I'm obsessed with it. The dining table itself is the Perrin 93-inch table. It fits 8 people. This room, the dimensions of the room are 12 feet wide by 17 feet long, so I could technically go a little longer with my table and do a 10-person table, but why I went with the 8 is just so that there's enough space around it and no one's crammed into their seat, they're not bumping into a wall. You can truly walk all the way around the table even if people are sitting here. Speaking of seats, these are the Benton dining chairs, also from Four Hands, from Selden's. What I loved about these pieces, or what I really wanted to accomplish, is not having anything too classic, too traditional. I wanted it to fit with this sexy aesthetic and have something a little bit cooler. With these chairs, what I love is the mixed material. You have the boucle material on the seat and the back. We've got the wood detail that matches the dining table, and then the iron rods for the legs, which kind of ties back to that wine wall. So it all kind of has this cohesive feel, but feels unique and customized. The sideboard here is the Laverne sideboard, also Four Hands, also purchased at Selden's. What I love about this is that it's different from the table and the dining chairs. I'm someone who does not like you know, where you walk into a furniture store and you buy like the matching set. That feels a little too easy. I like it to seem a little more customized, a little more personalized. So everything, though it's from the same brand, is all from a different line within that brand. What I love about this sideboard is the reading detail. It also has a marble top. It's not just a wood top. And obviously storage in here for all of my specialty plates and bowls and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to styling a sideboard, everything on here is pretty much from Target, which is really easy. But what I like to do is make sure I have different levels, high and low. The stems here are much higher than anything. I layered the mirror with the picture frame. It makes it look a little more expensive. Other things that you can do is, instead of having a candlestick with just a plain old taper candle, I like to find unique ones. This one is reeded. I got it from World Market, actually. And then just having different little knickknacks that kind of, I don't know, make it feel a little more stylized. I could have put a big, huge piece of art right in the center of the wall right here, but again, that felt a little too easy. I liked having the layers and something that looks a little bit different. We all know an incredibly important feature of a formal dining room is the light fixture. It's really the center of the room. This one is actually the second light fixture I purchased for this space because the first one I put in felt a little too busy. Having that wine rack behind us being the feature wall of the entire room, I needed to have a light fixture that was a little more simple, but still cool. So this one is the Sesta Linear Chandelier. I purchased it from McGee & Co., but tons of retailers carry it, so you could literally just go on Google Sesta Linear Chandelier, voila, it will pop up. It's iron, so it's really heavy, but again, it's just super simple, it's sleek, and it fits in with the aesthetic of the entire space.
Thanks for checking out our dining room today. If you loved this video and want to see the rest of our house, please subscribe and like this post.